Hey,
Hey,
what's up? How you
how
doing?
are you?
I'm good. Good. What's going on?
Thanks for joining me, both of you.
Of course.
How's
Thanks
it
for
feel?
having us.
How's it feel to be like reunited and it feels so good? Is it awesome?
It is awesome. Yeah. Yeah. It's great.
So I have to rip the band-aid off because how did it happen? Did one call the other? Did a third party say, "Hey guys, come here, I have an idea." Like when did it start? How long ago has this been in the works for?
Uh, I think basically in 2020 during the pandemic was when Brad and I started talking a little bit about it. We were getting together back then, and I think Matt and Brad had chatted about it a little bit, but yeah, so we just started talking about it back then, and then fast forward a couple years, guys are touring and playing in Nashville area, and I came out to the show and got up and sang with them, and I think from that point forward, it was more of a possibility, you know. So
Was there ever a moment from, I guess, was it 2013 when you guys separated? Was there a moment between there and now where it almost happened and there was almost like a reach out and then cold turkey, like nothing ever happened after that? Was there ever a little almost reunion prior to this?
no,
Um,
No.
yeah, I think it's it's always been thought of, but yeah, I think in about 2020 we really brought it up and started talking about it. Um, yeah, we've just been doing our own thing in Saint Asonia and 3 Days Grace, and yeah, now to have it both of them together and Adam in the back in the band, it's just it's pretty amazing to have this actually happening. So
So, with Saint Asonia, big fan of Saint Asonia, by the way, but with you
thanks.
doing that for so many years, and then the band having, the different frontman and you're still touring, like I guess this question is for Adam. After being with Saint Asonia for so long and doing your own thing, was there anything more like did you bring something back to 3 Days Grace that we didn't have before because of what you've been doing?
Yeah, I think it's a tough one. I think one thing that I've learned over the last bunch of years is that getting outside of the group to do to write songs and is a big thing. So over the last I don't know bunch of years with Saint Asonia, I did a lot of co-writing with people and writers outside of the band, and that was one thing that early on within the early 3 Days Grace, I wasn't really too into that. We did do it a little bit, but not too much, and I wasn't too excited about that. So that's one of the things I think that yeah, I've done over the last bunch of years that we're now doing, you know, and have been for a while. Some outside writers.
I feel like this is like a mild therapy session. I'm like, now, Matt, what have you learned in your time away from Adam? So what have you guys learned as a unit, coming back into this?
for me that it was a big change for me to jump in and start singing some old 3 Days Grace songs. But to be honest, like I watched the band from when I was like 10 years old. In they jammed in my basement because my brother plays in the band, and Adam, was there, and Adam actually got Brad into playing bass guitar at like 16 years old, so I would have been 10. And like I wouldn't even, if that hadn't happened, if Adam hadn't have moved to our town, that like then I wouldn't have picked up a guitar that was in the house and like started creating my own music and then co-writing on the first 3 Days Grace record. So yeah, like it's crazy how fate like kind of just brought this to tuition, or like to fruition. Yeah.
Well, I've been on the radio for like my whole adult life. So I know in 2013 when the split happened, and I have been saying this straight up solid for 7 years. I've always said the minute and if the units go back together, it will be massive. And I was so excited when this announcement came because I was like, haha, I told you, I knew it was going to happen. I kind of feel like with time we grow and I always explain this and people know being in a band it's like a marriage. It takes all this listening and communication, and if you don't have it sometimes you got to walk away, but it's such a big announcement to me as a fan, not even just with work. Are you guys prepared for I mean, you guys have these juggernaut festivals coming up. I mean, Sonic Temple, Incarcerations, which is amazing. Are you prepared for that fan like reception? It's going to be huge.
Yeah, I think we're I don't know if we're prepared for it, but we're excited for it for sure. Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
nervous? Is there any nerves? There shouldn't be, but are there?
No, it not no no nerves. I don't think it probably be a little bit different the first show back, like but yeah, we're sort of figuring out the live show now and the things that we can do. The possibilities are kind of endless with two singers and a whole bunch of music and a lot of songs. So we're kind of sorting all that out now, but it's very exciting. And yeah, we're happy first and foremost for our fans that have been a part of the band since the beginning. It's going to be amazing.
If you guys had a choice, and this is like an on the spot question, if you think of the whole catalog of 3 Days Grace being together for so long, and is there a song on the top of your head that you would redo, rework, remaster, and completely like unleash it in a different way? If you just off the top of your head with any of the singles we know.
Oh, singles. There's a few B-sides for sure that
Yeah.
over the past three records that I changed a little bit, but yeah, as for singles, I don't think yeah, there's nothing that really stands out to me that I was like, oh my God, I can't believe we kept that in, or but
Or what
definitely.
if we made this even better than it already is? Like even that kind of a moment. I don't know.
Right. I did have one of these moments yesterday. My kids love to listen to older stuff that the older 3 Days records, and they don't listen too often, but they do really like it. They're 7 and 3, so we listened a bit to Transit of Venus yesterday after I picked them up from school, and I was listening to one. There's a Michael Jackson cover on that. It's called "Give In to Me." So there's something about that one. I was listening to it, and it kind of it was just I like the song. I just feel like we could have nailed that a little better. Um, but hey, that happens with everything. When you make albums and stuff, it could always be better. Like it feels like there's always little things you want to change. It seems.
Yeah, there's like B-sides that I haven't listened to for years, like that we've done it. I like, oh, I forgot about this song.
Yeah,
Like,
Well,
yeah,
I'm just saying, put it on the to-do list. You could rework that and add it on because I'm hoping this is going beyond 2025, which I know we have a new single, Mayday. Now, I've had the honor to get like an early sneak peek of this, and it is mind blowing. I feel like you guys amped up where you are, where you've been. I can't put it into words. There's like this industrial hit in the beginning that already got my vibe going. Like it's so more it's powerful. It's one of the most powerful 3 Days Grace songs I never knew I needed or would hear. Like Mayday, was it easy to just throw out there? Because I know the context of the song,
mhm.
basically about, the state of the world right now. So I feel like there was probably a lot of emotion that was easy to catapult it in there.
Yeah. I think lyrically for sure, and it's musically is where we wanted to really make sure that we were doing something that we were all really stoked about. And so it's got a little bit of that classic vibe for sure, but it's pretty powerful and stuff. So we're all pretty excited about it.
Anything else? I feel like is there anything else that we don't know is going to happen? Obviously, you can't tell me, but I mean like I think of Creed's big reunion has been one of the most successful things of 2024. They're going to go on a cruise. They're doing cruises. Is there any other 3 Days Grace moments you'd like to happen now that everyone's back together?
um, yeah, like we almost have our an album together. We're just gonna do a few more writing sessions and try to beat a few of the songs that we got. But yeah, we'd like to get out there and get across the world, and we have a lot of fans in South America, and we haven't been there for a long time. We'd like to go to Europe and even Eastern Europe if it if we can. Yeah, just to tour the world and bring this everywhere we can.
Hmm.
Well, then I know we will expect more music. I'm confident on that. And I'm excited for everyone to hear Mayday. I'm glad you guys are back. I'm glad it's all happening. I think it's going to be so I think it's going to be the big moment of 2025 for all of us big rock fans who are just, diehards. And we need this in the format, if that makes sense. Like our genre is not dead. You got all these bands reinventing themselves, all the stuff we grew up with 20 years ago, still here. And I think this is exactly what we needed for 2025. So I'm excited for you guys. I'm hoping to make it to one of these juggernaut festivals so I can see it. Maybe Welcome to Rockville. I'm not sure, but I'm also hoping for a big tour.
Yeah,
Yeah, hell yeah.
we will for sure. Yeah. Yeah, we got the festivals and then we're probably we jump out with Disturbed for a little while and then we'll likely do our own headline thing and yeah.
Well, I'm very thankful you guys took the time to chat with me, Adam and Matt. Thank you guys. Good luck, and I can't wait to hear all of it. I want all of it. I want everything.
All right, you got it. Thanks.
Have a
Thank
good
you
one,
very
guys.
much.
All right, you too. Take care.
Bye.